Challengers. Oh my god.
But I saw you talking about it on Twitter.
This movie was just made for bisexuals. I I've not been able to stop thinking about this movie since I've seen it. I immediately reworked a story I was writing to kind of bring in aspects of the lead characters from this movie. It's beautifully
Mhm.
written, shot, acted, and scored. I went to see this movie for Zendaya, love of my life, but
Right.
the other two leads, Mike Faist and Josh O'Connor, also did an incredible job. I'd like it's hard to describe. Okay, this letterboxed review by Rocky encapsulates this film better than I ever could. So why do I have Slack open? Close Slack. Get out of here. Why are you open? It's 7 o'clock. Why do I have Slack open?
Mine just went off, and I know better, but I always check it by habit.
I didn't even know I still had it open. I forgot to close it. I usually close Slack at like 6, but I left it open.
Right.
But yeah. In the review, they say, "Oh, what do you do when one day you wake up and you look at your life and realize this was never the life you were supposed to have, and you realize that the man who loves you isn't someone you can respect, and the one man you respect isn't someone you can forgive? Do you choose your home or your mirror? Worse, how do you confess that
Ooh.
you trade your husband and your daughter and the daughter you made together in a heartbeat for the unbroken knee that could have made you the greatest in the world? And what happens when your best friend and your wife betray you far before they even sleep together? What do you do when they're the ones with natural talent, but you're the only one entrusted with the glory? When you know your best friend would kill to have your wife, wouldn't you bear being unloved? When you know your wife would kill to have your healthy body, wouldn't you let her have it? And what is there to do when you're the thorn in the marriage that was yours to begin with? When you don't love the game even half as much as you love your best friend and the girl you both grew up loving, how else could you keep them around, if not to torture them? To be the blistering
That
wedge between
goes
them still means being with them. Isn't that the whole point? Bruh. When I
that
read
goes
this review, I
crazy.
was like, this perfectly describes the movie. It's so good. And it is also on Amazon Prime right now. You should watch it. It's so good.
I might.
It's so
Hearing a
good.
lot of
Uh,
good things about it, but I've been kind of on the fence
yeah.
about watching it.
I
Now I'm gonna
remember we
watch
seen a trailer a while
it.
back, and I was like, I just watched the trailer because it's data. And then there was the scene where it's like hinting at a threesome. And I was like, you know what?
Right.
I would like to see that. And yeah, it's a good movie, and it's real good. It's about tennis. Um,
All right.
and I was going into it thinking like it was gonna kind of be like anime, where it makes me a little bit more interested in tennis, which it did. But it isn't
Right.
like anime in the sense that it like dives deep into like how tennis works. It does not tell you the
Right.
rules. It does not teach you about tennis. It does not tell you about techniques in tennis like sports anime do. They
We
just
ain't here for all
they just play tennis. They
that.
just do it, and you just see it, and it looks cool, and they play cool music while it happens. And they go back and forth between flashbacks about when they were in college to like now they're adults, and um, two of them are married and have a kid, and Zendaya's character is shown in the trailer. She hurts herself. She was a star tennis player in college,
Mm,
um, getting sponsorships all over the place, but then she hurts herself, can't play anymore. But her husband
right.
um, can, and she essentially lives. She becomes his coach and kind of lives the life of a tennis player through him. But at the same time, he doesn't want to do it anymore. But he's just doing it
Oh.
for her, and he feels like if he doesn't keep doing this, then their relationship would just fall apart. But then the other
Right.
character, his former best friend, who used to date Zendaya's character, Tashi is her name, and I think,
Mm.
um, and they kind of just had a falling out a long time ago, but she still has a thing for him, but it's only physical. It's not romantic. It's very interesting, and I need you to see it so we can talk
Sounds
about it in
interesting.
depth
Okay.
because it's so good. It's so good,
All right.
and it's very complicated to wait because the movie when the movie ends, you're gonna be like, what the hell? How the what
Did I
the?
just watch?
There's no resolution, and it's kind of a weird ending where like that. Why would they? And it's real good though. It's real good. I promise you. But
Hmm. I believe you.
moving on to a video game.